Hey folks, it's Dr. Sam and I want to talk to you today about dry eye syndrome. This is a big problem. It's getting worse, mostly because of our digital time. But I want to go into some things about dry eye and what you could do to maybe reduce some of the symptoms and eventually get rid of dry eye. Now, the natural approach is certainly not something that's mainstream, but I've been doing this a long time, and there are many things that you can do beyond, say, Restasis or artificial tears or even pharmaceutical drugs. Actually, some of those pharmaceutical drugs can make your eyes even more dry. So let's start with corneal health. It's really important that you boost your collagen levels, and the reason is that the cornea is made up of mostly collagen. And you know, as we age, we lose some of our collagen health. Now, it's throughout our entire body. Our skin, our joints, our eyes, all contain collagen tissue. So doing things like bone broth or increasing your trace minerals are very important to keep your collagen health at a high level. Now, if you're suffering dry eye, it could be you have a secondary inflammation in the eyelashes around the eyelids. This is the place where the glands exist to produce the tears that cover your cornea. If you're not getting enough coverage or the tears evaporate too quickly, the nerve endings on the cornea get irritated, and it seems like you have sand in your eye every time you blink. This is because you're not getting enough tear coverage in the cornea. All right, let's talk about how visual stress affects your cornea. So if you're on any digital devices, you want to make sure you're using blue blocking filters. These block the damaging blue light that can actually affect your eye tissue, dry your eyes out, and make them more irritated. So wearing the blue blocking filter, and I would do it in a single vision lens, so I wouldn't do it in progressive lenses. You know, remember, when you use a progressive lens, you're splitting your vision into 3 small windows, and that's putting incredible pressure on your eyes having to focus. I like my eye exercises as ways to reset or replenish my eyes, so doing them throughout the day is a great strategy. The end palm hum, the animal eye chart, the yin-yang peripheral vision exercise, and the tongue clock exercise. So doing the eye exercises help improve your eye circulation, your eye lymph, and ultimately your immune system. It's going to make your eyes more moist. Now let's talk about eye drops. I would steer you more into the area of the natural eye drops, things like homeopathic eye drops and the MSM drops. And I would use them 4 to 8 times a day. I would use the applications of the eye massage and the eye bath. This will help rejuvenate your eyes. They will feel better. They'll feel more hydrated. And they work much better than the over-the-counter eye drops that you see at the pharmacy. If you're still suffering a lot of symptoms in the evening, I would make up an Eye Bright tea compress. You just get some loose tea and you brew it up, let it cool down. You can store it in a glass jar, and you can use it as a compress over your eyes. There is a castor oil eye drop that you can use in the evening. Now, this is a very thick eye drop. You can put a few drops on your fingers, make sure your hands are clean, and you can massage the castor oil into your eyes. Feels great, very soothing, reduces inflammation. So the key with dry eye is working with it locally with the things I'm recommending, and also doing things like increasing your fats and oils, eating an anti-inflammatory diet, and last but not least, endocrine function can affect your eye health. There have been studies that show that if you have either high levels or low levels of estrogen, you have a higher risk of developing dry eye. And if you have thyroid imbalances and or adrenal imbalances, this can also trigger more dry eye problems. So I hope that that's helpful. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Until next time, take care.